Hey everyone, my name is Moki Shrapnel from the Guys Who Play Games, back with some more Donkey Kong Country 2! And yeah, we've already beaten the game, but there's a whole bunch of stuff left to do, namely one level in each world. And yeah, now we get to finally see what Clubba does. So you pay him and then he's like, oh man, we're buds now because you gave me cash. Love that. Cranky has a bunch of stuff to tell us, but we'll pay him later. This shouldn't be a big issue. So yeah, Jungle Jinx. Funny enough, this is one of those levels that doesn't really have anything, the name doesn't really have anything to do with the gimmick of the level. I mean, I guess because it's a jungle level. So in a way, it kind of does, because now it's tires, which the last game had a lot of in their jungles, which I guess, now that I think about it, makes a lot of sense. Although, that's kind of one of those weird things. Like, I don't know why the first the first Donkey Kong Country game has such an emphasis on like these big ass tires. It's kind of a funny little detail, I guess. And this game kind of brings it back to this one level. Ooh, I think you can bounce through that, but it's kind of tricky. So it's easier just to fly through Dixie. Alright, we're back. But yeah, if you can't tell, basically, whole joke of this level, if you want to call it a joke, is yeah, just big tires. Love big tires, right? Isn't there supposed to be another tire here? Whatever. There's actually a lot of glitches associated with these tires. It's kind of funny how glitchy they are. They can be a little tricky to deal with. Pretty much like, you might not realize it, but if they land on you, that's bad, okay? Landing on them will basically, like, just hurt you. I mean, anyone who's watched me play a ROM-hacks of this game would know that, because that one level was just a nightmare because of the stupid tires not working right. Crikey. That's like all I can think of when I look at the tires now. But yeah, this is one of those rare bonus rooms that actually requires you to use Team Up. I think it requires. I mean, it definitely expects you to, but it might be possible to just cheese it with something else. But I mean, that's kind of true of a lot of things in this game. Let's inch forward here and see. No, he's just not there. Okay. There he is. Oh. Oh god, I've made a terrible mistake. Okay, we're good. This is what I'm talking about. This. Ah! I mean, that's partially my fault for just kind of flapping about in the wind, but like, you can really see that the tires can just be really weird. Although, to be fair, that was less the tires and more just the camera. So I guess that's fair enough. Whoa, okay. So you want to bounce over here and get yourself a free coin. Man, imagine that. Money. Let me see something here. Yeah, you can get that coin, okay. I wasn't sure. I actually never tried doing that. I always just like think like, okay, well, if you have both the Kongs here, you can just, you know, just team throw to get that one, but otherwise you can't. But I guess you can use the tire, huh? Funny how I've never tried that in like all my years of playing this game. Let me actually check something here quickly. Anything here? No. There's almost always something hidden in those. I guess usually not this, like the end of the level, but at the start of the level there's almost always something. So fire right when it goes to the banana bunch and you'll just make it in time to get yourself the letter G. Yeah, the first level is pretty basic. It's not actually, like, there's definitely levels we've already done that are harder than that one, but trust me, it just gets harder and harder from here. If you didn't notice, by the way, since we already, you know, like, it wouldn't make sense to get Creme coins here. So, bonus levels in the... Oh, he's actually saying something. Whoa, Sunny, lucky, here, duh. Lost world, big crocodile head in the middle, get to if you're gonna finish the game. Crud, I forgot he actually said something, like I was trying to skip through his text and you can't. But to get there, you have to be Captain K.Rool and complete all the bonus levels. A task I'm sure is well beyond a whippersnapper like you. Even though we've literally already done that, but you know. Here are some ridiculously cheap hints for this world, which I'm sure you'll be needing as well. Take a look at this log, alright. Yeah, so every tip here is 2 coins, and there's 1 per level. I guess we'll go in order. So, Jungle Jinx, just before halfway, take time to look back what you've done. So yeah, we already did that. After the slope of the letter N, press right as you fall and you'll have a ball. So keep that one in mind. After the letter N. I'll be pinching Killer Instinct again. Anyways, let's go ahead and zoom our way over to next world. The Cranky is the only one in the Lost World, by the way, so nothing else to worry about. No more swanky, funkies, or anything else. None of those cheap skakes. Scap. Splice me, maiden brace. It's the monkeys. I hope you got enough booty this time or you'll walk the plank. 'Tis me, eight mates. The barrel is all yours. Freaking, I love Clubba. I love his, like, just like how quick he's just like, oh, he gave me money. Now we're buds. Black Ice Battle. This level's pretty cool. It's pretty much like the only, like, you remember the Squawks level where you just go straight down? This is kind of the same thing, but without Squawks. You're just jumping down holes, and it's almost like a gauntlet of sorts. You just jump down and kind of just deal with what the level gives you. Wow, that was a bad jump. Let's have fun here. So, barrels can't be destroyed by enemies when they're in motion. So, if you throw this barrel up here like this, it creates like 20 hitboxes in that bee, and he does not enjoy it. But he's still indestructible, so he can't really do anything. And yeah, sometimes they'll put little things inside these things, and then you get hurt like because you're an idiot. And Dixie can't, I don't think, no. There's a DK barrel up there, but Dixie actually can't jump high enough to make it up there. Like, not at all, so that's fun. Like, can she? No. I'm stuck with Dixie now. Oops. You're supposed to just roll into that guy, but for some reason in my head I was like, no, you can't roll into that guy. I just like completely blanked there. This can be a tricky jump because I don't, yeah, because even though you might not realize that Dixie can't, can she actually? No, let me see something. Throw your hook. You know, that's fine, that's fine. Let's get back into the groove. I'm playing sloppy. I'm doing dumb stuff. Let's just take that as a chance to kind of reset. I just realized, like, they gave you 2 DK barrels pretty early on this level. Like, they give you one, like, at the start of the level, obviously, and then it's like, you jump down, like, 3 holes, and then you've already got another one. Let's put that barrel down on him. Like, you've already got another one here, right? Yeah. Alright, so this time, hopefully, let's not get hit by this guy. So what you're... What's wrong with me? There's a guy, Gaba! I don't know. For some reason, the idea of landing on that platform and rolling into him is just beyond my skill level. I'm not even going to bother with this. Let's just keep going. This guy's protected by beasts, so you actually can't hurt him. You just got to kind of run by. And then from here, if you go past the hole, got another black and red hitbox guy, Clamp, Jerkle. No! My coins! Nah! I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm playing so sloppy. Gosh. Whatever. Drop down this hole to the right. Make sure you hold right there. Or if you're on the other side, you hold left. Actually, I believe, yeah, you can do this and get this guy down here. Oh, he disappeared. Well, that's fine. Whatever. Got a bunch of holes here, as usual. I believe, yeah, you want to go down to the right here. So, yeah, remember the end, he said to hold right from the end. It's actually pretty easy, because you bounce off a dragonfly down here, and it gives you plenty of time to react to this. Like, it can be kind of tricky to deal with if you're not expecting it, but it's like, otherwise it's like easy peasy, you know. And so you want to just carry this chest with us, and here, you want to just kind of carry it down here, and then you want to jump over this guy, because otherwise because he's so far down, I think he can actually hurt you, depending on, he might not be able to hurt Diddy, but I know he hurts Dixie, for sure, so it's just easy to jump over him. Anyways, this is kind of a redux. Remember that beehive level where you throw a bunch of treasure chests at dudes? Well, this is a nice level where you throw a bunch of treasure chests at dudes. But first of all, we gotta do a little platform. And then, after you jump down 2 holes, 3 holes... What?! Oh, I'm thinking of a different level. What's wrong with me? I thought that was the one you do that in. No, I don't... I'm just so scatterbrained all of a sudden. Like, I can't remember anything. Whatever. Got some actual kind of tricky jumps here because you kind of jump from below the bees because of the hitboxes of these things. These jumps can be a little tricky because, like with a lot of things, the hitboxes are not quite what you'd expect them to be because you can kind of go inside the wall a little bit. So you have to be careful about that. I should have grabbed the coin. I'm not thinking of anything. Whatever. Let's just... Whatever. What's wrong with me? I think we have enough money to get another tip anyways. I was wrong. We didn't get any money in that level. I'm an idiot. He's the most useful and cheapest of the Kongs, and I'm the most scatterbrained and idiotic of the people playing this game. Don't watch this. Don't watch this. Don't look at me. I'm hideous. Whatever. Going to Crazy Kremland, get to our next Club of Face Man thing. What's he gonna say? Clubba's kiosk. Aha! 'Tis the flea-ridden gorillas again. Pay the toll, you'll suffer plenty, I promise you. Is Dixie... What is... I'm not actually sure what these two species are, because, like, Diddy has a tail. Dixie doesn't. I don't know. I don't know monkey biology. Feel free to use me barrel when you like, mateys. Alright, anyways. This level is, pretty infamous, actually. Not necessarily because it's, like, some super difficult level, but because, like I mentioned before, this is the level that, if you play on Z-SNES, then it's completely broken. Because, well, we'll see in a little bit. Because this level is Clobber Carnage, so as you can imagine, it's all about the barrels, man. Like, there's just barrels for days. We already got money, though, thankfully. That's good. Boop. Lands with the spikes, gets killed. Always a fun time. Har, 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 har. Let's throw that guy over there. So yeah, this is one of the rare times you actually see these barrels again, too. These Dixie Diddy barrels. You just jump into them with the right Kong and you get blasted off. There's actually a lot of little extra goodies in this level if you know which one to use. Let's do a little roll jump down there. The general rule of thumb, it's not always like this, but usually if you just switch between Kongs every time you see a barrel, like if you see a Diddy barrel and then do it, you can just switch to Dixie and it's usually like, you'll get something, probably. Jump off these jerks. Oh, I didn't do it right! Whoa, ho, ho, blow the man down. I lost 10 bananas, what a jip. Because if you know what you're doing, you can just roll jump down these and it's not too big of an issue. Boom. Boom. We got a Diddy barrel here. Anything up here? No, it's a DK barrel. So I believe that since we just saw a Diddy barrel, we should switch to Dixie and we get bananas. Yes. This one's actually a little tricky. There's no time limit on this barrel, but you have to kind of line it up. Whew, but thankfully it's pretty generous. So since we just did a Dixie barrel, let's do Diddy and we get absolutely... Oh, we get bananas. No, I was wrong. I always forget, because I know there's a couple of times when like there actually are prizes on both sides, but now we get to see these jerkwads, the TNT dudes. We've only seen them a couple of times before, and even though they're like very fragile because they die when they hurt you, they're actually like one of the deadliest enemies in the game, just because like they're so fast and like track you down on like every other enemy in the game. You want to switch to Dixie for this one. This is the part right here. If you play on Z-SNES, these barrels will just rotate forever. I'm not sure what caused it. I guess it's an emulator problem. But yeah, like, it makes the level incredibly difficult. But yeah, if you're Dixie here, you get a chance to just do this. And it makes this part a little easier and you get bananas. So, like, might as well do it, right? Kaboom! Oh wow! I've never seen this before. We actually... You might not realize it, but that's a Dixie barrel that's unmarked because we hit the sprite limit from all the TNT explosions, so if we back off, it should be back, yeah. That's hilarious. I've actually never seen that before. Ah, crud. No! I want the money! That was a very risky maneuver, but I really wanted that money. It shouldn't be a problem. Ooh, just gotta be quick and nimble. Make good use of the timers, because the timers in this level are very generous. So the general rule of thumb is that if you see, like, use all your time, right? Because it's like, why not, you know? This right here, right? We're not quite here yet, but we're about to get to an actually pretty tricky section here with the barrels. Ooh, that was close. Right here. Ugh. If you don't know the hitboxes of these zingers, you can get killed by those pretty easily because their antennas don't hurt you. And for some reason, I decided to wait there and missed an extra life. So, good job, me. So, I really recommend you try to get this guy's barrel, because with this guy's barrel, you can just kind of grab this and be all fine. Oh, no! No! Wait! I know, there's got to be a way to do this. No! You just fell off the level, the jerkwad! Now you have to be Diddy here, but I think I've screwed up because I don't think you can get back. I don't think this is possible. Yes, it is possible! Okay. So, you're supposed to bring Diddy to the end here, and there's a little banana there, and it shoots you into a bonus barrel. But, if you have Dixie and you don't have Diddy, then you're not screwed. You can bounce off that guy if you don't kill him. I didn't actually, once again, I didn't actually know you could do that. I was just kind of hoping because I messed up and didn't remember. So, you know, learn something new every day. I never tried that before. It's funny how I'm actually getting a lot of new things from this. But yeah, kind of a funny thing. I'm going to blast in this barrel again. So, funny thing about this bonus barrel, because it's invisible, they don't have the bonus thing on it. And because of that, this is the only bonus barrel in the entire game that does not have a bonus thing on it. I'm guessing because it's invisible and it's like a whole like extra object. Anyways, let's just run. I wonder how long these last for anyways, because you have to get this one here, but if you don't get this, how long does this last? So yeah, it lasts about like 10 seconds, I guess. Anyways, let's get a coin. Getting this coin is actually kind of tricky because the barrel is not timed the best. Boom, there you go. Funny how the coin's being blocked by the barrel. That's funny. But yeah, that like I didn't even glaze over that. I kind of glazed over that section. But yeah, that section that we with the two dudes on top of the ledges underneath, like on top of spikes, is actually really hard because like it's really easy to get them bounced off them, and not only will they take a life from you, but then you'll die from them anyways. Which is funny. So yeah, Clobber Carnage, down maybe out, but right picks you up because yeah, bonus at the end. Fiery Furnace, bananas point the way. That's kind of just a general tip for like the whole game, honestly, if you didn't learn that by now. If there's a banana, that's usually an indication. Banana bunches, and it's funny how it is, how it's like a banana bunch is like, yeah, that's your reward is a banana bunch. But if there's just a single banana, it's like 9 times out of 10. In fact, I'd almost say 99 times out of 100, there's something else there, right? Anyways, let's go ahead into Clubber's Kiosk for our next level. I didn't read his dialogue, but whatever. Ahoy there, me monkey mateys. Fare ye well on this fine day. I love reading his text. Like, how often do you get to actually read pirate text like that, you know? Anyways, Fiery Furnace. If you couldn't tell, lava level. Does anybody get up there? Ah, crud. So there's 3 banana bunches up there that you can get, but since I don't have Diddy still, I can't actually get that. And it's just barely high enough. You might be able to get up there with Dixie. I'm going to try one more time. Let's get a nice, like, high jump. Nope. Just barely can't get it. Dixie falls too fast. So yeah, this is actually another level all about barrels, but these barrels are these weird moving ones, and like, yeah, they're weird moving ones, and they only face in one direction. I want to say we've seen these before, but we might not have, actually. I don't remember. This might be the only level they show up in, I'm not sure. Anyways, so yeah, bananas point the way, so just follow these bananas, and usually you can end up right where you need to go. There's lots of cases where, though, funny enough, if you don't follow the bananas, you get something better. Like that coin we just got, but this one, follow the bananas, you get the letter O. Want to just go ahead and... This is another one of those levels that has a lot of clamp-ons and spinies. So, you know, be careful, make good use of your jumps. Whew, that one's a tight one. Boom, jump off these dragonflies, get to the bonus battle. We're already halfway done the level. But we still got more to go. So this guy, just toss up there, because, you know, why take a risk and jump off him? Ah, careful. These guys can be surprisingly tricky to dodge in the barrels. Now we get to like the 1 second ones where you pretty much just have to hold right. Careful about that. There's a bunch of bananas here, you can collect them, but otherwise you can just kind of... Oh, I missed the end, but thankfully that end is really close to the ground, so you can just jump over there. You're supposed to actually shoot through the bees, and that is actually surprisingly tricky to do that. Anyways, for some reason that Cat of Ninetails' activation range is really tiny, so you can just kind of throw a Kong at him. This barrel's pretty funny because it's facing the wrong way, so you have to kind of... Oh, that's totally my fault. You have to wait for these bees, but I always get like, you know, like, oh, I always get spooked by the thought of having to wait. On the bright side, that does mean that we're gonna get a chance to see some stuff. So normally these cat o' nine tails don't really have to be used if you have both Kongs, but since we lost Dixie, we're gonna have to actually use them. So I don't usually have to use them, so you might see me die here, because this one in particular. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, if you jump into them while they're spinning, they'll actually drag you down into the swamp or lava with you and you die. That's actually freaking hilarious that it happened to me. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I didn't even think about it. I actually forgot that can even happen, but there you go. If you're not careful, they'll drag you down, and that's no good. But on the bright side, we get more money. So, you know, money's always good. I love money. Money makes the world go round. Careful about that, dude. Because if you hold right perfectly the entire time, you will actually overshoot the barrel. Ah, see? That's, like, you can see I just barely didn't get hit there. It's actually really tricky. And kind of a cool thing that, unlike in the sequel, in this game, when you click out the Kong letters, they don't actually, they do in fact, like, they don't save you getting the Kong letters like they do in the first game. So, even though we got all the Kong letters already, we actually get another chance to get them. Oof. So we can get, like, basically, as long as we get to this point in the level, we have infinite lives. Which is kind of a funny little detail. Anyways, I'm gonna use that cat o' nine tails because I actually really want to, and it kind of sucks that I'm, like, making a big deal out of using them and I just get dragged down. So yeah, let's not fall for that again. Let's kind of jump over him so we have plenty of time to... God, he moves so fast! Crap! He moves so fast! Come on, what is wrong with me? I'm actually gonna skip back to when I get back to him because that's just sad. I've never had this much trouble. For some reason, the thought of it being optional is just, like, completely messing with me. Okay, how about this time this guy doesn't kill us, huh? Like, really? There. It's literally that easy. Ugh. But I was holding him like that entire time and he didn't throw me high enough. This guy is such a jerk! What the hell? No! Why are they throwing me so far to the right? How does... I'll be honest, I actually have... Oh, crap. Whoa. That was weird. Why are they throwing me so far to the right? Holy crap, he blasted me. I've never seen them throw that far to the right. What is going on? I'm gonna talk for a second here, because... I'll be honest, I played this game for, like, how many years? Like, this game's been out for, like, 20 years now? I honestly, like, 24 years now. Jesus. I honestly still have no fucking clue how they work. I always thought it was based on the direction you hold, and it usually works, but sometimes, like, I have no idea. I was holding left the entire time, and they were skyrocketing me to the left, or to the other direction I was holding. But then when I wasn't holding anything, they still did it. I don't get it. What's with these guys? I just don't understand them. Like, that's why I always say it's just so much easier to just use your, just team throw to them. Because, like, I honestly just don't know how they work. Sometimes it feels like I do, and sometimes it feels like I don't. Like, it's just like, I've never really learned. Oh, come on. See, that's what I mean. I hate that banana bunch there, because, like, you're supposed to follow the bananas, but that one banana trail there of 2 bananas is completely wrong. If you follow it and wait for it, you're gonna get hit. And then, if you don't wait for it, you're gonna die because you're not gonna have enough time. It's like the only trail in the whole game that's just wrong. It's kind of funny, like, how big of a deal it makes, because it makes this section so much harder than it needs to be, because if you follow it, you just, well, you die. And it can be kind of frustrating, because it feels like you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then it just doesn't work. It's like the one time in this whole game where I messed up. I'm so like, I'm not mad. I'm mad at myself. Well, I can't even think of the word for it, because as usual, now that I need a word, I'm just like brain dead. I can't think of anything to say. I just... I was gonna say I'm being scatterbrained, but that's not it. I'm being a butterfinger. That's what I'm being. I don't... You know, this is good though. It's good to see me fail, because otherwise I've been just doing mostly the whole game without any problems. So like, you know, this game, at the end of the day, this game is in fact pretty hard. You know, people have trouble with this game. I mean, remember when anyone who's watched Game Grumps, you remember when they played this game and rage quit? I think that was a bit of an, you know, kind of silly, because this game's not that hard. But like, yeah, like, but yeah, you can see what I mean. Like, if you go up, it works fine, and you even can follow bananas. But for some reason, that one time, it's like, if you wait for those bees, then you just don't have enough time. It's really weird. Anyways, get out of here. I'm not gonna... Should I? Like, I have to. Like, at this point, it's like, it's a matter of pride. No, I don't get... I just... We're back. That was a very long thing. I love you can hear him still going down there. Okay. Get up there. Come on. I hate this. I'm holding left. What? I don't understand how these guys work. Is it like just different for each one? That's the only thing I can think of at this point. That each one is different. And now I'm stuck in a loop of I can't jump up here because these guys are jerks. Get me up here. Thank God. Just shoot to this freaking barrel. I'm gonna get killed in this barrel now. But yeah. So what else would it be but just another big section? This one doesn't even have a timer. And it's one of the longest in the game, too. 40-second bonus room. It's the only one of two. Pretty much you just go up past these bees, try not to get hit by them. In a rare instance, these brambles don't actually hurt you in this bonus, so you don't have to worry about that. Although you will get caught on them, and if you're caught on them, you can't actually move, so you do have to be careful about that. Pretty much the biggest challenge of this one is actually moving through the maze fast enough, because if you run out of time, then like, you know, like you're short on luck. But it's not too bad. It's actually one of the rare cases where it's 40 seconds long and it actually uses, like, pretty much the whole timer. Give me the blue green balloon. God. What an absolute nightmare that was. And it's not even the level's fault. It is purely my fault for just completely just messing up every time I possibly could. I want to say I'm embarrassed, but at this point, I think I'll just take me just being dumb. Splice me main brace, it's the monkeys. I hope you already got enough. Please, I said that one. Tis me 8 mates, the barrel's all yours. We got the last level, and this level, whew. This level is one of my favorite levels in the whole series, honestly. But first of all, let's get some tips. Cranky said something, but I didn't listen because I'm an idiot, whatever. The end is not the end, 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 is not the end. How funny that Cranky says it. I think that's like a thing. But anyways, the level is called Animal Antics, so what do you think you do in this level? We get to beat every animal buddy in this whole game. Also, if you can't tell, there's a DK barrel there, if you haven't got your buddy. Anyways, in Ramby's section, we got a wide open jungle, so what do you do but you just charge. You don't even have to press any buttons, just charge and just let him run. And you just make it. Ramby's... Kind of funny that Ramby's section is so easy because you can just kind of do it. And you do it again here to avoid this dude, because it's another one of those parts that's actually really hard because Ramby's hitbox is huge and that guy actually shoots cannonballs, so you can't jump on them. Anyways, with Vanguard, you want to just kind of shoot down here, get a nice rare symbol, and you get the letter O. Doo-doo-doo. Vanguard section is pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's just a little thing here. Funny how there's a letter O in the ice there, actually. I never even noticed that. There's a way you can actually charge through this whole section by just and then hit every one of these guys so you don't get hurt, but screw that. I'm just gonna do it normally. Whoa! Thankfully, while Enguarde's charging, it doesn't matter which direction he's facing. This whole thing is just a big hitbox. I think. I actually don't know entirely about that, but most of him is a hitbox anyways. And it's right back to Squitter. For some reason, the Rampy and Enguarde sections are just really short in this level. I'm not sure why that's the case, but thankfully the next couple of sections are going to make up for that. Squitters and the Squawks sections are quite long and pretty tricky if you're not good at dealing with them, so. You don't even need webbing here, you can just kind of jump these parts. And just jump down here. Screw you, trying to freaking jump on a spider. I was gonna say snake for a second, like, I'm very much not a snake, but you know. And it's got a little section here where it's basically just slowly follow the bananas. If you want to, though, you can kind of just jump above them. It's no big deal. And it's funny because there's actually a bee, there's bees at the bottom because they expect you to skip it by going down. But for some reason, going above it is just like they didn't even think about that for a second. Anyways, the end is not the end. So you go right up the next barrel and then, whoa ho ho, we got a bonus. You know? This is one of those rare instances where we actually get to play as two animal buddies in the same bonus room, which is pretty cool. So you kind of just Squitter it up, and then you turn to Squawks, and you change back to Squitter at the very end. And I know what you're thinking, is it possible to skip that Squawks, or the Squitter barrel and become Squawks in the jungle? The answer is yes and no, because you can skip the barrel, but the barrel doesn't actually matter, because bonus rooms actually remember what you were doing before, like when you enter them, so if you like switch to Squawks and skip the thing, you just leave a like Squitter anyways. It's kind of funny, it's like, they do it to like immerse you, I guess, is the best way to put it, but it doesn't actually matter. Anyways, this is, I think I've mentioned this before, but this is one of probably the most infamous part of the entire game. Squawks in the brambles in the wind. And they give you, thankfully they're very nice, and they give you a nice wide open area to kind of get a nice feel for how Squawks controls in this. This area is not as hard as you might expect it to be. It's infamous because a lot of people never get used to playing as Squawks. Because there's never really a reason to, because it's never really as hard as this. But if you're not used to it, then yes, this part of the level is in fact quite tricky. But pretty much the key to doing this is to not like speed through too much. Like, let the wind do the cank for you. I say that, but here it's actually way easier to just kind of blast past them all. So pretty much here, you just kind of want to let the wind carry you through, and then you kind of hover here, and then you let the wind carry you back, and you get the end nice and easy. I've done a pacifist run of this level, and it's pretty tricky, but yeah, so you can kind of just go through this wall, and you get some bananas and some coins, and you'll get dragonflies here. You want to kind of just be careful, back off, don't rush too much. There's literally no reason to. But I mean, if you do, there's a DK barrel right there. They're pretty generous. They give you 2 DK barrels in this section, even though it's really not that long. And yeah, like, really, the key to this is something that a lot of people don't know. Patience, like, that's all I can say. You rush through this, it's not good. It's not good. And I mean, it sounds that guy hit me? Frickin' heck, I got fingered by a bee. I actually did not think that was going to hit me, so I'm going to fly back up and hit this barrel, because, really, no reason not to. I'm actually shocked, because usually, like, I always say that Squawks is back heavy, because the front of his face doesn't really have much of a hitbox, but it's one of those rare instances where it actually got me, what do you know. But yeah, like, just let the wind carry you, like, if you're speed running it, I guess, you know, like, you can do this part of the level really fast, but, like, really, like, you see me do stuff, and it's like, you don't even need to do that. You can just let the wind carry you, and just hold down and flap a bit, and you pretty much just idle. Like, it's not hard at all. And for some reason, the GBA version even makes this part easier, but, like, come on. It doesn't make it easier. Flap that corner, get a secret one up. I think you can, I actually think this is one of those variances where you can actually go past this Rattly barrel as Squawks, and it kind of breaks the game because, first of all, you can't finish the level as Squawks, and second of all, the Squawks doesn't have sound effects for this part of the level, so if you do that, Squawk sounds like a complete mess and sounds super glitchy. So, you know, that's fun. I might actually show that off, because I'm planning on doing a bonus episode where I just do some glitches. And who knows, maybe I'll show that off. It is actually a pretty fun glitch, so why not? That's an idea. Rattly section is super short and easy, but like, if you're not careful, you know, it's really easy to just be like, party hard, and then you get killed as Rattly because you're not being careful. I believe what you want to do here is just, yeah, you want to jump into it as Dixie. You can do it as Diddy, but it's easier as Dixie. And it's got our last balloon of the whole game. And yeah, we get a sweet little animation here of the head opening up, and that's it. It's the final boss of the whole game. Can we just sit back and appreciate how nice this map looks, by the way? Like, you got the volcano, you got the little ice mountain. And you can tell, like, those are the areas where the levels take place, too. It's really cool that, like, it actually matches the map. I think they usually do, but it's just, like, I don't know. It's just really nice looking map. Like, the little, like, extra cool little unique map theme for this area. You got the really cool looking, like, I don't even know what it is, like energy thing coming out of the mountain. It just looks really nice. And you can see all the trees. Got some rocks. Anyways, let's do it. Final boss for the whole game. And hey, look, it's K.Rool, and he's covered in seaweed and water because he fires that fish because, haha, he fell into the ocean. Anyways, yeah, so the whole trick here with this guy is he's going to show a warning cloud that reverses your controls, and then that kind of gives you an indication of what the pattern will be. So like here, he'll shoot it up, down, and up. So that means the pattern's going to be down and up. This boss fight is not nearly as long as the normal one, but it's actually quite tricky. This part right here that we're about to do is probably the single hardest, like, back-to-back things of the whole game, but like, it's really easy to get hit there. But thankfully, I'm a boss and didn't get hit there at all. And of course, if you're playing as Dixie, then it's easy peasy, because Dixie can just float. Like, really, I recommend if you're having trouble, play as Diddy and keep Dixie till you absolutely need her. Because it is quite tricky. Like, I'm making it look easier than it is, because I'm so used to this boss fight. Because, like, as a kid, I could not get past this boss fight. Because that part where he shoots all of them just straight up in a row, and it just keeps going faster and faster, always killed me. But that's it. It's the whole game. 40 DK coins. He blasts himself into the little energy vortex, and Diddy and Dixie just drink their drinks and toss their balls because they don't care about anything. And we get to see, like, one of the most, like, incredible looking screens in the whole SNES library. A nice going, kid. I reckon only a true video game here would have finished it all. You want to keep talking there, Cranky? Well, let's get out of this miserable dump and get back to Donkey Kong Island. And we got every DK coin. Let's see if you've improved your hero status, shall we? See Sonic's shoes, Earthworm Jim's gun, no hopers, and the trash bin. Always so funny. I like the reflection on the floor. I'm not afraid to admit it, Diddy, my boy. Even I'm wrong occasionally. You're as big a hero as they come. You must take after me and Donkey. Well done. And there it is. God, this screen is so beautiful. Like this is an SNES, keep in mind. So just think about how good this looks. It looks incredible, and like I love Dixie's hair floating in the breeze. Got the wind, or The nice sunset. Like, sunsets are always great. I'm glad they picked a sunset. Got the water moving about. Oh, man, it looks great. And then in one of those rare instances, you can skip past the rarer symbol, and that's it. It's the whole game. And we got 102% as expected. That's my little backup file. Finished the game in 3 hours and 42 minutes. If you know what you're doing, you can finish it honestly a lot faster than that. But, you know, I'm an idiot. I died like 5 times in that one level. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, that's about it. That's the whole game. I'm gonna do a bonus episode covering the GBA version. And I'm actually gonna do a... Should I do a glitch? I'm thinking of saving my glitch episode for just doing every game at once. Because honestly, other people do it better. So I'm just gonna do like the biggest glitches and maybe explain why they happen as much as I can. But yeah, that's about it. That's the game. It's my favorite, one of my... it's just straight up my favorite platform of all time. Like, it is such a great game. Like, it's just like, other than just a couple little things here and there. Like, honestly, that one banana trail in that lava level is like one of the very few things in the whole game that I can complain about. Because it's like the one time they actually messed up on the banana trail. And it's like, even then, it's like, you get hit once and then it's like, okay, not falling for that again. And it's pretty close to the midpoint, so like, it's not even that big a deal. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, what else is there to say? It's like, it just feels like it's so hard to, like, it's just, like, that's it, you know? I almost wish the game kept going, you know? I wish it was longer. And that's not a complaint, that's just personal greed more than anything, because it's such a great game. I just wish there was more, you know? But yeah, that's about it for this game. I've said that already, but I keep saying it. See you guys later.